Isisera. I know Isisera was messing around with the Orange Hulk and Ashura recently. There goes Shinakuma too. Alright, what's the incoming? Medion incoming, okay, keeping him in the corner. Relentless rushdown right now. Not giving Arc a moment to breathe. Yeah, I believe this might be the first Nash we've seen in tournament. Nash main, at least. I think some people have played him on the side before. I think Tabs has also played Guile in tournament. Yeah, look at this damage, too. Is Nash gonna make his daughter cry? No. Isisera just opts to go for the DHCs. And finishing off the first round with a perfect. Arcanorum going back to the character select screen. Also, what's up, Xeno? How's it going, man?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's nice to see everybody back for some more Palette Swap Marvel, like always.
Yes,
I
sir.
see we got the change from Shinakuma to Moonstone. Now, me personally, I wouldn't do that. However, in this scenario, if you're not too comfortable with Shinakuma, it is a smarter move to go to for Moonstone. It's very similar to the old moveset that Captain Marvel had, and they just kind of swapped it around a little bit. But of course, Asura, being a heavily rushdown character, is able to stop her and continue the combo even after dropping.
Yeah, I believe this is also Arc Norum's first time in tournament, so maybe they're a bit overwhelmed. If you saw what happened earlier, Shinakuma just melted. Captain Marvel is melting right now too.
I did unfortunately see that. Shinakuma, like, people, he's really good, right? However, if you get hit, he's dead within half of a combo. And as we see here, Asura does have Spencer's bionic arm, but a less like useful version of it because it's such a short range. However, if you notice, today's team for Isisera is very rush down heavy. She's going to be in your face 95% of the time. You better know how to block. You better know what side you're on, because if not, like this game and the previous one, you're going to get floored.
Isisera, no mercy shown at all. Just up 2-0 already. Did not lose a single character yet either.
Nope, not. They've been almost pseudo-perfect, except for like maybe one rogue hit, but that's about it.
Yes, Ashura does also have a bionic arm in there. That is true.
Mm-hmm. Oh, an accidental flight mode messes up the combo for Captain Marvel. Goes for the X Factor to try and save, however, it gets caught by the Wolverine assist.
Alright, nice block.
Blocking low? Nope.
Not enough, though.
Straight ass hits, but Isisera is able to convert off of a hit as well. Should be a dead Captain Marvel with no meter. Oh, but drops. It's okay, she's able to clean it up. Brings back Asura for the mix.
It looks like the meaty hit. It looks like Isisera isn't too well versed in Wolverine lore. Yeah, I thought she played her more, but very uncharacteristic drops. Maybe focusing more on the Ashura this week. Oh my goodness, look at this combo.
I believe that the initial hit that she had gotten to start the combo messed up the rest of the routing, so she wasn't accustomed to that. 222 hits, you see that? Just crazy. You don't get that these days. And without too much fuss, this should just be a dead Charlie right here. Oh, another drop? Interesting.
Damn, light work from Isisera. 3-0 clean.
That was incredibly fast. I was in here for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, hope you're doing well too, Xeno. Thanks for joining the commentary booth.
Of course, I just wanted to hop in and make sure you guys had comms until Isisera came back. But now that she is back, I will
shift over from the serve bot to the Strider 2099, taking advantage of that Vajra assist and using plenty of orbs. Could also gather evidence to sub, but it takes a lot of evidence, so I think unless you're at like 300,000 or something, it's some very large amount. I think that you're more likely to get your value out of investing in Amazon Prime or $5 of your energy. And oh my gosh, looks like there's that beam I was talking about with the Ken to punish the assist call full screen. One thing to be aware of with Ken is that even though he doesn't have a Hadouken super as a default, just like quarter circle motion or anything like that. If you have his Hadoken assist, he has it available as a THC. That's what best Xboxes do. Get that input and be able to have far screen control with a character that otherwise is much more close range. And it looks like this is going to be a lot of damage on Venom. Him knocked back, but does not get the kill there. Gambit's bleeding pretty hard. Any little neutral exchange here from best Xbox One likely to put Dobalicious' Gambit in the risk range. But Dobalicious, happy to jump back and throw enormous normals, does not want to get into a situation where they actually need to interact directly with Venom like that, because they know that Gambit might die, and Gambit with the Pixel Life comes to the opposite side, lets the install come in from Evil Ryu. When Evil Ryu's in this install, he gets a damage bonus, a speed bonus, he's able to air dash cancel his specials in the air. It's just a beast of a character with many new tools that come into play. And it looks like both of them willing to play a more spaced game, and then when best Xbox One goes in though, this is looking like it's potentially the end of Dobalicious' Evil Ryu. Uses the Venom to make sure that the ground bounce doesn't happen again for a roll, and is going to kill with the DHC. Pulls off Evil Ryu, and there's a very small amount of time left on the Marvel clock right now. So it's at the point where these players need to decide how they're going to try and invest their X Factor. And oh, looks like best Xbox One, instead of going with the Vajra assist, is going with the double animal assist. Getting in there with the bird and the panther at the same time. It's like best Xbox One just deciding to not engage a ton. Will this catch Psylocke? It'll catch both. With that, best Xbox One using the THC vaporize Dobalicious' teeth. Oh my gosh. It's like they're going right back into it and just like poking with these Tatsus, but Dobalicious using Gambit's large normals and the zoning with the charged cards. Cards have 3 angles in the air, so it helps him cover a lot more trajectories than many people do with their aerial projectiles. Oh, but that Tatsu from Ken, so good, consistently confirming whether it hits in the front or the back, has access to the movement to change where he's going to be. Didn't quite get the confirm there, and Dobalicious on the other hand, the confirm is ready on deck, gets the hard knockdown on Ken, moves into super. This is going to do a decent amount. Will the Gambit DHC be enough to kill? Last hit is not there. The hit on Venom, decides not to invest X Factor, just lets it rock. And Venom here getting knocked down, pulled to the corner. Oh, the TAC was at an awkward time and didn't quite work. It looks like this is going to potentially be the worst situation for Dobalicious. They X Factored and then got hit immediately. Sometimes you go for the X Factor and you either double tap it or something happens and you just get hit. And it is a rough time to go for. That beam was able to do substantial damage to Venom, a little bit of damage to 2099. Xbox here has X Factor available, has meter, invest the first meter immediately. I think because of their choice of investing meter here, is going to not get the kill. Ooh, this is potentially scary. Got the hit. It looks like a lot of these scrambly situations just aren't quite converting, but best Xbox One wanted to finish it with style. They pulled out the snap for the finishing blow. Oh my gosh, let's see how it's going. And the happy birthday to start things off. Best Xbox One didn't dash in apparently and got a very strange interaction of the OTG, not quite working out how they anticipated, and immediately just gets another hit on Gambit. But because of this, Evil Ryu is alive and definitely not well, but Gambit is also alive and definitely not well. Let's see, he has a way goes for the S and is not able to quite catch Strider. This is all up to Psylocke and Evil Ryu now. Best Xbox One has the advantage of 2 games and 1 character, and Evil Ryu is bleeding, getting hit so hard, but Xbox One keeps swinging, and Dobblicious makes sure to make him pay for it, protecting the homie. Evil Ryu will not die so easily. Well, maybe he will. Ryu does die so easily, unfortunately for Dobblicious. That's all up to Psylocke as the anchor. She has access to X Factor 3, but let's see if she has access to her life after this, because Strider 2099 has pretty great capability of getting the kill, and Best Xbox One takes the set 3-0 over Dobblicious. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave y'all commentator list for a moment, because I need to play my own match, but I will hop back on when I am able. Good luck and have fun to my opponent. Be blessed. Ooh, and there's already 250 in the match arena. Thank you to the folks who have already contributed. That's gotta be 10 of you already. Thanks for clicking the buttons and getting an extra little bit in. Oh, and looks like Edsa Diet has a combo here for DMC5 Virgil, but doesn't get it. And now Bernard getting some jump back jab, it looks like. I assume is probably going... Oh, with Spider Sting assist on both sides. For those who don't know, Spider Sting is invulnerable as an assist. It will hit you out of things. So if you are trying to just like respect that move, you will be better off, because if you just swing at it, you'll get hit as an assist. And looks like Cyclops swinging on incoming, but is not able to turn it into anything substantial, while there is a pretty substantial meter lead for Edsa Diet, however, and Cyclops is one of the characters that could take advantage of that. He could convert his zoning game into a very solid beam super, and going for a lot of folks going for super here. Let's see if ends up investing X Factor, and it hits with the S, it hits with the command throw afterwards. Doesn't have the confirm, but does get the follow-up hit that also confirms on Stars Jill. Looking good for the Edsa Diet until they get hit in the corner. Now it's not looking good at all. Cyclops is getting shot up by the Stars Jill, and with THC it should be the end of Cyclops, and Renard doesn't even need to use X for it. Edsa Diet does have Anchor Spider Gwen with 4.5 meters available. One hit could go into that level 3. When she turns into Gwenum, she gets better stats, she's stronger and faster, and on top of that she's able to block during her web zips, and gains an entirely new super, so it's worth it. But it looks like we may not see the opportunity for that. Edsa Diet is going to get an opportunity for that potentially. Nard dropped his combo, and it's going to potentially the end of Spider-Gwen. It is not, however, and it's a punishable format of drop. Gambling here at the end. Neither of them quite getting the confirm they need to kill. Either at low health, but not quite out. And Diet with this pressure in the corner, trying to zip around. Renard being patient until he could get his throw, and then gets the kill off of it. The first game, and it was a very long set. It was down to 24 seconds left on the Marvel clock, and neither of them were really zoning a ton, but just like the level of evasiveness in how they were dealing with each other was pokes, and many things were getting some strange drops compound together to make it just like a much longer game than average. And getting on those spiral swords, but not respecting the incendiary grenade. Incendiary grenade is very good. Stars Still in general is very good, but incendiary grenade is like the Chris one, and is almost enough to make Chris a decent character on its own. Oh, but poor Edsa Diet got the TAC, but didn't get the confirm afterwards. But fortunately for them, the Spider Sting comes in and is going to take out this Stars Jill. Ooh, on chip at least. Second Spider Sting. It was all part of the plan. Knew the chip was coming. But Ian here in the corner is going to need to deal with this character, but gets the overhead. Sometimes that box stash is just so good. She can get the mix-ups, get the overhead. Now is going to be able to shockwave. Does she have the teleport shockwave? Does not have the second one come out, but very nice block from Edsa Diet, not getting crossed up there. Renard having a difficult time confirming on the Spider-Gwen. A lot of the 2Bs into 5Hs have not confirmed into S's. But this time the 6H on standing Cyclops is going to confirm. Gets the hit, has plenty of meter in order to loop shockwaves, and gosh, having a little bit of squiggles going on. But now that means that both Renard and Etzadiet have tons of resources to work with here. Down to the wire for Etzadiet, their entire team is bleeding. Renard is going to take out Spider-Gwen, now has a full Spider-Gwen of his own in the back. This is looking like a potentially scary situation for Etzadiet, but X-Factor's available on both sides and so much meter. Renard just choosing to not over-engage in those situations. If someone is scary and you have the choice of being at a distance this far, choosing to do that is great. Oh, Etzadiet looked like they had a cool combo ready with the blistering sword setup, but instead there's going to be drops on both sides and Renard gets the kill, brings in Spider-Gwen. I like this because there's the chance for Jean to get her life back, but instead, very nice work by Etzadiet using a Super Optic Blast in order to kill off Jean as an assist. But unfortunately for them, Renard gets the hit and the follow-up hit after the drop. Oh my gosh, Spin the Swirls, thank you for subscribing at Tier 1. It's appreciated and helps out the community for Marvel, for modded Marvel, and just the FGC in general, because the HAVENGERS also run some Street Fighter 6 tournaments that have been going on recently, so helping the communities in multiple ways. Thank you so much, Spin the Swirls. And Etzadiet, taking a moment to think at character select screen, wants to maybe go with a different composition. Had some things that were looking pretty cool, but a lot of them didn't quite end up confirming how they wanted to. So we'll see. The Cyclops is staying, but is moving to the point. And then with Venom, oh, we've seen some Venom in Cyclops before, with the power of Heathnoff every week showing that Etzadiet, Arian is not a tournament legal character, just as a heads up. I do not know if Etzadiet knows this. If you are able to hear the stream, that needs to be did. Avengers, is it cool if Renard starts the match and pauses and goes back to character select because of the on a banned character being chosen? I assume this is the case because a banned character is not allowed. Sorry, Etzadiet, that we have yet to rework the Urian. Though the amazing Voltaic has been reworking Bison, and I know that once Bison has a complete rework, then Urian is going to likely be on the path at some point after Bison is reworked. So you will likely get to play Urian in the future, but right now, that man is not legal in bracket. I am sorry. And if you would like to see all of these cool characters and see, like, even though Urian's not legal in bracket, he is playable just on your own in casuals, I recommend checking out the EX Discord where you can find all of the latest updates on what's going on with modding. And on top of all these cool characters, there's a bunch of just like mods that do skins, there's colors and music mods and all kinds of stuff to make the game satisfying. My gosh, and it looks like Renard versus Etzadiet is getting true final status because to show that Urian was just that broken that there was true final status. Ebac coming in with the hype for the true final. Oh, and Etzadiet saying Shinakuma on point this time instead, and Shinakuma, incredibly potent character, is able to win the matchup if you play it right. Is also, if he makes a bad decision, he could just die for it instantaneously without the opponent even needing to use meter, and we saw that right there. One of the worst parts is even though you had a character die, you're coming in with only 1.5 meters for his entire life bar being drained. For Shinakuma, when he works, he's amazing, but when he doesn't, he's suffering. And Etzadiet looks like they were going for a TAC break or something because the Air S came out and that made the reset. So being able to take advantage of that reset, Renard was able to get rid of the majority of Cyclops. Now the Jean Grey versus Spider-Gwen, when she has that field active, what you shoot at her doesn't actually get to Jean. and that means that things like the web zip to get in, which is normally such an amazing option, are now much more hittable by someone with gigantic flaily normals like Jean Grey. So, but now this is scary for Cyclops in the corner. Oh, gets the opportunity to get out, has X Factor 3 on, has tons of meter, but does not have tons of life, and with that, Renard is going to take it over Ed Sedai with a 3-0 in the first game of our set. Oh my gosh, Spin to Swirls also is contributing a $10 donation to the Matcherino prize pool? Y'all rock! Thank you so much for supporting the palette swap community. Has when to confirm off of various things really in mind.
Yeah, Captain Commando has some pretty tricky confirms, and Nick Bad's great with the X Factor.
And oh my gosh, it looks like went for the up TAC and it didn't work, but used it as a reset, getting the tech to get the knockdown into the opposite corner. Invest super, it's gonna OTG, but he was too far away, so it didn't. And now going to get clipped by the Tatsu super. That thing is ludicrously invulnerable. And everything is just going scrambles for all of them. Nick Bad's Sakura is bleeding, and Xeno is is moderately hurt on both his Batsu and his Sakura, but gets the happy birthday on Nick Bad. Doesn't fully get the confirm, and because of this is now in a slightly more challenging situation, but gets it. What do you feel about mirror matching against Nick Bad in this situation? Any idea on what Xeno's mentality on it maybe?
I would call it ambitious.
Ambitious.
Seems to be doing alright so far.
This is a very close match thus far. And some of these air projectiles stay up. Batsu's projectile is actually good, and his dive kick is also good, so having multiple of your primary moves just be good is a great place to be. Let's see, catches with the dive kicks there, doesn't have the full confirm. And Sakura is bleeding here, and Xeno has all of the meter in the world. Being the greedy player that I am, I would try to shoot a fireball and then cancel into super for chip if they do something to get around the fireball. But looks like Xeno, being much more reserved than I am, keeping a hold of all of that meter, killing off Sakura, killing off Batsu. Now it's down to the Commando. What do you feel that Xeno needs to be looking out for here in the matchup against Nick Bad's Commando?
It looks, oh, we see a snap. TAC break and the Captain Fire. Yeah, that's the big tool that is good for Captain Commando, but Nick Bad's particularly good at using it.
And immediate X Factor into Get Thrown. Nick Bad gets the first game on the board against Z.
Yeah, I don't know how much experience Xeno has with his team behind the scenes, but I definitely expect Nick Bad to be picking up the scrambly situations more consistently.
It's from the duration of playing, and oh, that was so unfortunate. Had the super drop, but just gets the stall in the air with the air projectile, and then falling button to be able to get that confirmed. Now it looks like Nick Bad's Batsu is down to a pixel, but gets the invulnerable reversal into the launch. Doesn't get the confirm off of it, however, all of these scrambles are just too much. But Pixel Nick's Bad really is getting to those projectiles and manages to get Batsu out safely. Oh my gosh. Oh, using a more ranged game with Captain Fire assist, and Sakura's jumping S is a ground bounce, so you're able to use that in some extension. And the focus attack.
All the way.
Sometimes you gotta hold it and let it rip. And this is going to be one of those times. Gets the hit on Batsu, is going to get the kill. And now Xeno looking like they're in a great position. Has the hit on Captain Commando. Ooh, that's going to stay off the ground and not quite work. But the Captain Fire Super is going to connect and get into a full combo. Is this going to be enough to get the kill? Captain Sword ends up dropping. The Captain Fire into Super Fire does not confirm. Because of that, Nick Bad doesn't even get chip from it with Xeno's X Factor active. Bad needs to make an honest comeback with this character. No X Factor nonsense left. And for Captain Fire, it does a decent amount of chip, but Bad doesn't have an option on block against it.
This is gonna be a tough comeback.
or it will not be a comeback at all. And with that, Xeno tying the game up 1-1 against NickBad.
Yeah, I'm finally getting used to which players using which colors.
Looks like as NickBad gets the first bit of pressure, doesn't convert it into a kill, but does manage to get around half of Xeno's Batsu. Pressing some buttons, this time gonna get a little bit more than half of Batsu. This is the super, has the follow-up into the launch, is going to be able to invest 1 meter and get the kill. Very nice stuff in closing it out. Also doing so in a way that leaves him with almost an entire meter available for neutral tools forward. It's the crouching light, and now Sakura is TAC. She may actually still survive. That surviving Sakura is pretty scary. Uses the Tatsu and hits from the top ropes. Is going to be able to do some damage to this Batsu. Goes into the Tatsu super, but it doesn't work out. So for those who don't know, she's invulnerable as she goes up and as she does her moves in the air, and then she is free to act as she falls. So very strong tool set this character has, and hits with the backside of focus attack. Y'all were mentioning the focus attack earlier. How do you feel about the use of that in matchups against these characters?
It seems a bit cheesy, but I mean, I can't complain about that because I've been caught by them fighting against NickBad previously. So if it works, keep using it. I'm surprised that Xeno's the one that's getting them off more often right now.
Yeah, Xeno has definitely been getting those focus attacks and getting value out of them. But just using some Captain Fires here, and gets the dash in for a clip on Sakura. It must have been holding up or something. Oh, but presses a button when it was not okay, went with the Captain Kick, and this is going to be X Factor. Either one can kill in one hit here, and Xeno is the first one to get that hit. But just outside the X Factor time, this is going to leave NickBad with a Pixel and X Factor available to try and chip out Xeno. This is incredibly scary. Xeno needs to just avoid the remainder of this X Factor time. Manages to avoid a decent amount of this chip and gets the punish on fall. This is going to be incredibly good for Xeno. And is that Xeno going up 2-1 against NickBad with NickBad's own team?
Wow. Amazing. That was great discipline, not hitting buttons against those random Captain Fires.
Yeah, when someone has such a strong horizontal tool on the ground, just what it takes to make sure that you're not swinging when you should not be swinging, it takes so much discipline at times. And looks like Batsu is going to get to survive for a little while, but a lot of the time we've seen them get half-life on the first string and then get the kill string afterwards in hitting with any of the characters on this team thus far. Let's see if that trend continues, because Batsu's down to around half health, and oh my gosh, Sakura getting some damage from just the double version of the kicks. Oh, and both of them are swinging pretty hard, but the Batsu projectiles are going to take it. NickBad is definitely the player that may be able to make it back with the Captain Commando. But now X Factor being used is pretty unfortunate for NickBad because he can't chip Xeno during this time period and can't do anything if he dies. Oh no.
Oh no.
Given up. And it looks like with that, Xeno is going to take it 3-1 over NickBad. Using the NickBad team and showing that he has skills with so many different characters. Very nice work to Xeno.
Yeah, great game.
Very nice stuff. I'm going to need to hop off to play my match against Best Xbox One. Good luck and have fun, Best Xbox One. Noting that Nova is the only reason that Sigma is happening, so
Yep, I heard about that too while I was gone.
Oh, and it looks like we're going to start off with Dobalicious throwing some cards from full screen. Captain Marvel has a pretty solid beam game herself, especially when backed up by Moonstone. So let's see how this ends up working out. But Dobalicious ready with that Cajun escape is just starting the pressure. And Captain Marvel's already dead before she even gets to breathe.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of times when people run Gambit, and of course that TAC still has not been fixed.
Sorry,
I don't.
Dobalicious.
Dobalicious has been, for those who aren't in the Discord chat when Marvel is being played, Whenever he tries to do that TAC, every time he just forgets about it. So when he plays, unfortunately, the combo drops because of it. But like I was saying earlier, Cajun Escape is one of the most underutilized tools that Gambit has, especially for Marvel players. They don't really seem to use it that often, but I've been hit with Cajun Escape mix-ups every single time, and it's just really difficult to maneuver. It's one of his best tools, but people just don't know how to use it yet.
I think people are scared by it being a charge move. Like, it's so scary to not be moving around in Marvel, and then if you need to hold down for a little while, it's like you're a sitting duck to overheads and other things. It's just kind of scary. But then when he has charge, he just zooms across the screen with it, gets that cross up almost instantaneously, especially with a good assist, and looks like Dogglish is finishing it off with the level 3 for the style points. There will be no more Charlie.
We were talking throughout all that. Did he get 3 level 3s in this patch? I saw the level 3 like more than twice.
Yeah, I am also amazed the amount of meter Dogglish built. No, the first character had been zoned to death with mainly the regular cards, and then got a little combo afterwards.
Yeah, that was ridiculous amount of meter he was able to build, though. That's very impressive. Oh, nice on the TAC break.
Oh, and this beam is gonna catch Psylocke, but there's no follow-up, and uses the X Factor in order to catch the Obelicious, but doesn't get the kill. Gets it with Chip, though. Psylocke loses half her health coming in, but Arcanorum still in the last bit of X Factor. What type of mix is coming? Gets the hit with the 2H, but not the confirm.
I do like the idea on Arc's side to try to get that little X Factor early in order to kill Gambit and have enough time for X Factor time left over to kill Psylocke as well. And so far it is working. Right now Arc has all 3 of the characters actually, and Dogglish is gonna have to fight a little bit to try to get the win. However, this Happy Birthday is gonna help out a lot.
Oh, doesn't end up killing Moonstone, but the cross-up Tatsu there? Is that? I would have gotten hit by that too. I was not anticipating cross-up Tatsu hitbox, but going for the immediate David, has X Factor available, and Charlie is done.
Dogglish is taking nuts out of my book. That is insane.
Yes, Dogglish is showing that while you are the master of the Shinakuma, Dobby's the master of the evil. Bringing in the other sides of the Satsui no Hado. So I hear tell that the Satsui no Hado, or maybe just lack of sunscreen, may be coming into additional palette swap things.
The lack of sunscreen.
I mean, you know, she's sunburned, but it looks like this hit against Captain Marvel in the corner isn't going to result in her death. She comes down with S. For those who don't know, Captain Marvel's S looks like a tiny button. It's actually enormous, and it's only like maybe 1 frame slower than her air jab. It's almost foot dive-esque in a lot of ways if you just air dash around with it. It is very...
Oh man, that's a little cheap, the double beam. Oh, nice X Factor to try to make yourself safe, and was able to get Moonstone out of there.
Sometimes you could just hit on all the directions in this game, and it looks like Arcanorum going to get the kill, but again, ups the characters, but is down X Factor, and now Evil Ryu gets started. Let's see if there's going to be some more incoming mix-ups. Roll into Tatsu, but doesn't get the confirm there. Arcanorum going for just the fly combo with H's. Going to be able to do the hit into the corner. He's done 410k with this combo already, and then isn't a bit far away, but can't get a kill off of it. One of the differences between Captain Marvel and Moonstone. Oh no! Wow! One of the things that's not different in between Captain Marvel and Moonstone is they're both entirely dead right now after getting smoked by Evil Ryu. But,
with the level 3.
Oh, and this is all Arcanorum needs. Oh, didn't get it. And
block. Oh, that's not regular guy. Oh, it's with a projectile. Oh!
But Arcanorum gets on the board. They're Charlie clutching it out at the last moment. But one thing that came up there is the differences in between Moonstone and Captain Marvel is that Moonstone doesn't have a level 3 like Captain Marvel does. You can't just inflate your damage if you have meter and you need to kill the character.
I don't know if we saw it in that previous game. Captain Marvel, like, essentially 2-touched Psylocke. Now, mainly that was a lot because of the fact that she had X Factor for the first half of it. But pressed 3 buttons, and Psylocke died, so...
She does some big X Factor damage, it's true. Oh, and it looks like she got the hit here on Gambit, and will not need extra... Oh, with the combo after the tag, Dabalicious channeling the inner DXP and gets the cross up. It doesn't matter whether Mad Wheel is on Deadpool or Psylocke, it is going to cross up overhead. And, well, no, that's going to go the wrong way.
Ooh,
That
good
was
punish as well.
incredibly. That was unfortunate for Arcanorum.
Definitely was.
Get a punish, used a meter, and was punished on their own for it. Now, we haven't seen Charlie with X Factor yet. How do you feel about this character with that resource? I don't really know much about what he has in X Factor.
From the short amount of time that I've seen people run Charlie, which is very, very minimal, mind you, I've seen that a lot of routes with X Factor do kind of mess him up, similar to other characters that rely on speed. However, since he does have big damaging supers, if you're able to get one of those off within a relatively short time before scaling kicks in, you will get some big damage. However, that is not gonna matter because Gambit does land at level 3 and Dabalicious has secured the 3-1 winning score.
Congratulations to Dabalicious, and sorry Arcanorum, going to need to try next week. Thank you for entering and showing us some hype Charlie combos. I think that's the first time we've got to see some hype Charlie combos on stream.
I think you're right.
So excited to see more of that.
Carnage a lot. I don't really get how to play Batu. He's clearly a strong character because Nickbad does well with him, but I really get Carnage. He's really fast. He has some unfair buttons. His V's and B's look cool, which are just massively important.
Yes. For those who don't know, if you don't feel cool while you're playing your character, you're less likely to keep playing them and do hype stuff in brackets, so find characters that you feel cool while playing. It does help. I know that I may not be the best example since I just play everyone. I think that if you find characters that really click with you, it makes a world of difference in just like how much you get to do cool stuff in the game. And it looks like Nickbad's Carnage, even though it hasn't been out in a while, is still incredibly dangerous. Pulled off Leon right off the bat and is getting all of these hits on Etsidai Spider-Gwen going into the dry tag combos. It's always it's a good feeling when someone hasn't played a character in a while and then you see them go for like legit hard tag combos and stuff with them still. Very cool. Oh, and the Sakura gets to confirm. Her RS being a ground bounce lets her have plenty of time to think about it. And oh my gosh, Nickbad just swinging into the command throw. Some of us are afraid and we realize late and we're like, okay, it's time to hold up. But Nickbad doesn't hold up. Nickbad swings. And unfortunately is not going to get the hit. I don't think that,
Covers
can't
instantly,
punish.
it looks like.
It recovers very fast. You have a hitbox inside him before his active ends, but you could do it if you're not blocking it full screen with the beam. Otherwise, you can't really punish that move. You can never punish it on block, to my understanding. You also can't punish it in majority of other situations. But yeah, done with Carnage being amazing, but it looks like Carnage being amazing is something that Nickbad harnessed to take out Etsidai for the first game there. Okay, you can have a beam inside him. Like if you are full screen away and then you wait and you late, you can hit with the full beam, DHC into something dumb and kill him. But if you block it, that's not what's gonna happen. And it hits almost the entire screen, so you need to like have him do it in a situation that you shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Etsidai is switching back to Virgil, and I believe this is the first time we're seeing them play Evil Ryu.
They've been playing a lot of characters this bracket. It is amazing to see people pull out characters. Like, I play one new character a week. I can't do like a bunch of different characters at a time. It takes so much learning, and the focus attack.
Oh,
Etsidai, one
great
of the first
reaction.
people to actually throw. Oh my gosh, very nice work, Etsidai. A lot of us, we end up. Ooh, that was a cool loop there by Nickbad, using multiple of the Hadouken loops to keep them at a nice height. Now, Sakura bleeding, dry tag into Carnage, and Carnage gets shot, but not for that much damage. Oh, I say not
That
for
will
that much
be
damage.
a lot of damage.
Until Cyclops comes in. Ryu and Cyclops, they do the handshake in earlier Marvel games. This was that handshake coming back in, trying to do damage. Oh, but the dry tag into Evil 2 is going to be punished, and this is probably going to be the end of the character. It's not. There's another opportunity for Etsidai to play the beam from the sky. This goes all the way through, and then she's safe. get the block here, or it just supered.
Does it reach? No.
And it hits him a little bit just at the end because it moves forward, but it moves forward very slowly. So yeah, Evil Ryu will probably, like, he's one of the people that he'll shake your hand, but he doesn't shake your hand because he's trying to get to agreement. He's trying to see how much pain he can inflict with the handshake. Just like that. You know, there are some people that work that way. Evil Ryu is one of those folks where, like, they're just going to crush all of your metacarpals or whatever. And Cyclops may be able to handle. Do you think that Cyclops could handle Evil Ryu's handshake, or is he just gonna get his hand broke? My gosh, that Carnage doing it again.
In this version of the game, he could handle the handshake, but it's not easy.
Carnage seems to be the threat this time. If you were Etsudiet, would you invest X Factor in killing Carnage if you get a hit?
Yeah. Carnage seems to be the unpredictable factor here. He's just so fast, and he hits really hard, especially when you know how to do those tricky combos like that.
Oh, firm? Oh no, could do a variety of things with Virgil, and I'm actually surprised for a second. I thought Big Head would just work because Big Head is very amazing, but it looks like instead Nickbad is going to survive, get the kill, and get the opportunity to get Carnage out safely so he could recover all that red life. What a blessing.
Wow. That was a lot. Good on Nickbad knowing how much frame advantage he had on that, and got the magic pixel Carnage out.
It is amazing how much life you can recover if you just get your characters out. It can be a lot. It's not just in combos either. It's like how much time can the chip damage of someone beaming you, how much oh, and Sakura being left with just a pixel here is that exact thing. So he decides to leave her in though, and it's the hit, but Etsudiet taking advantage of Cyclops' 2M, fastest normal in the game, faster than anything Amaterasu or Dark Phoenix. And 1 frame being only 2 frame normal. It's the same speed as Snap, but it's slower than throws. So very powerful button. Don't kill Carnage. It looks like you're in a scary situation.
Another chance to live.
Oh, the beam down, but didn't quite chip. And
Magic pixel again.
Okay. Let's see. Cyclops is going to go in, just using some Gene Splices, thinking that Nickbad's going to press some buttons. Goes in with the command throw and hits it, gets the combo back into the corner, but doesn't get the confirm. And now Nickbad does get the confirm, gets a falling H, so I think he thought he was back on the ground for after the captain kick. This is so scary for both of them.
Makes us out.
Okay. I'd take over Etsudiet. We'll have to see Etsudiet next week because they were playing such a cool variety of characters. But this time, Nickbad takes it and moves on in the winner's bracket. My co-comment.
Going back with the regular team. Ken, Venom, and Strider. Alright. This Xbox One, strong start. Helps for a reset. And this is a great opportunity for Isisera. Drain that X Factor and didn't quite get the combo off, but oh, here we go. Happy birthday. Oh no, dropped. And this Xbox One returns a favor, dropping as well. Cast an assist. Yeah, it looks like it. They blew up Captain Marvel. He is dangerously low. And if this Xbox One gets the first hit, we might consider snapping, since killing Ashura is going to be tough in this situation. Meter's so low. Bionic Arm tries to get Strider, but didn't catch him. And that was a great fast overhead. Ashura's back in. Venom is so low, it's gonna be hard to chip, but clean hit will do it. And best Xbox's Strider is very good. Definitely gonna be able to pull off this type of comeback. HC's all the way. That's the first round to Isocera. Isocera's the first one to get hit this time, and let's see if it's a hard-hitting Ashura combo. Oh, gets a reset. This is a great opportunity for Isocera to and is gonna. Oh no, did not go for Berserker slash loops. Ken gets out, and Isocera might pay for that. Level 3 finishes off Laura, and we're trying to save that Ken. We could get a combo. And Venom's a multi-boy, so it's gonna be hard to kill him in one combo. I have to be very efficient. Gotta watch out for the trap, it hits low. I'm trying to go for Ken, got them both, happy birthday. Can Captain Marvel do anything else? No. Good grab, it's gonna be doing skill damage. And okay, no, there's good potential for chipping now. Oh, and there's the punish on the dry tag. Good patience from best Xbox One. X Factor, so this will not kill. And there he goes. X Factor in response to keep his character alive. And we have X Factor versus X Factor. I feel like Captain Marvel is probably more dangerous in this situation. Gets a hit and will kill. And we're down to Strider, and couldn't catch Ashura. And will this be it? And that's the second game to Isocera. That was incredibly close, closer than the first game, so let's see if best Xbox One makes any adjustments or simply taking a breather. Okay, everything looks the same as far as I can tell. Okay, first hit. Let's make it count. Down TAC. That's a nice meter. Oh, big damage on Strider. Might be able to kill. Does not. Best Xbox is going to have to play very carefully now to not get caught out. Potentially snapped. Nope, Isocera is going to go for the loops and uncharacteristically drops them. That is unusual. And playing rather patiently and gets caught out. Not much damage though. Not really worth the 3 bars. Worth the attempt though. Laura's out to that massive 6H. Bionic Arm gets nothing, but I don't think Venom was in a position to punish it. And great catch on the assist. Gonna keep on trying to punish. Ashura's gonna have a hard time. Oh, hits Ken. Oh, and the throw from the Brick of Defeat. Isocera is coming back. No, here we go. This could easily be over. Oh, great catch with Captain Marvel. And here we go. It's coming down to Strider to save the set. And cut out and should connect into level 3. Will it be enough to kill? It is. Just at the end. The last two games were very close, but just not enough. It's a heartbreaker. Great showing from Best.
Much of Stars Jill, but she is one of the best characters in Palette Swap. I think I put her in S tier. She is just one of the best characters. And now it looks like both of them trying to get some tools on the screen. Don't want to get in a range where they're dealing with the other Shinakuma doing something scary. It looks like at the beginning, willing to just back up and shoot. Let's see which of them ends up. Both of them are going forward. A little bit more flight use coming out here on some sides. It's interesting when both teams or both characters have the same tools. And oh my gosh, the beam is going to catch and it leaves him with a pixel. Bernard needs to just like not engage for maybe 5 Marvel seconds and he would be fine, but he got caught by 2 Hadoukens and now this is looking scary. Zeno has gotten the advantage with his Shinakuma, but his Shinakuma is now going to be dead as well, and now because of that, Bernard has the advantage because he has an entire additional meter going in there, not needing to have invested that beam. Oh, and immediate X-Factor by Zeno, got the backward zip and looks like trying to just swing at this point, going for those dive kicks, getting some zips and hitting an air confirmed, which is pretty sweet. Looks like going in, taking out Renard's Spider-Gwen. Very nice work. X-Factor 3 is available for Stars Jill here. And going for that slide into S, but is not getting the confirm. Both of them just like being pretty patient. Looks like, you know, actually got hit when that came out from Stars Jill, but it was not enough to confirm into anything. Now this long delayed game is working out for Zeno. X-Factor starting to run low, but Stars Jill with a single hit can do so much. Let's see, Zeno going for the Spidey swing pressure combos in the corner and gets into Gwenum, is going to be able to take out Renard in the first game. This mirror of Shinakuma, Stars Jill, and Spider-Gwen. Very nice work to Zeno. Let's see what Renard goes with, is sticking with the same team or adjusting. Shinakuma actually, even though he lost the Shinakuma battle, it didn't end up costing him in the actual fight between the remaining characters. Let's see if he's able to do a little bit more with the Shinakuma interaction, or if Zeno's practice with this character is going to be enough to make it go through. Ooh, gets the throw, and this is potentially the end of Shinakuma, but it's not the end of Shinakuma! You need to kill this character, and it is so scary when they get to come in and survive just a little while longer than you would prefer, and any amount of time is longer than you would prefer. You can see that Zeno doesn't quite have max health because the capture state of throw is one of the things that bypasses his all red health damage format. So whenever you get a throw on him, that much you could at least count as permanent, but with the patience manages to take out Renard's Shin Akuma, and now it's all up to Spider-Gwen with Stars Jill assist. Let's see what she's able to do to fight the Shin Akuma. Throwing out some zips in order to poke, but Zeno happy to stay in flight mode. Again, even though Zeno gets the first bit of advantage killing off Shinakuma, Renard's Spider-Gwen seems very well resourced to handle the incoming, and Zeno coming in with the Spider-Gwen overhead with S and has been using Spidey swings so much. It's just been incredibly effective against Renard, doing some work. Stars Jill THC so good, now has Stars Jill in. Throws out a grenade, wants to take advantage of the ground control, but looks like Renard gets a hit with their own Stars Jill, invest the X Factor at this point in time. Bounce was already used. This is going to be the end of the character if he just gets the hit but doesn't confirm into the full damage. With X Factor, however, this is looking like the throw could lead to kill, but the timing is a little bit different when you hit it with the X Factor version of the throw confirm. Unfortunately for Renard, it just didn't work, and now the Spider Gwenum and X Factor 2 should be enough for Xeno to go up 2-0 in this winner's semis match. Looks like the being ready to just mirror match people is, going in at full power right now. We are learning that Xeno is just like the mirror match powerhouse, going in with that Shinakuma, Spider-Gwen, and Stars Jill. Looks like Renard may be giving him something new to mirror, putting Spider-Gwen on point. This character has consistently killed Shinakuma when that's been the matchup. And now, instead of having access to Shinakuma, it looks like going with the Jean Grey, let's see, and the Wolverine Laura in the back. Changing out 2 characters, let's see if this ends up working for Renard better than 3. In Marvel, there's capture state damage, which is complex and works in weird ways. Oh, and even though Xeno was definitely winning the Shinakuma mirror, Renard's Spider-Gwen seemed incredibly resourced to just kill that character. Every time that they interacted, Renard's Spider-Gwen just got the kill immediately, did the damage. But let's see if this is going to be enough to take on the mirror, because has been making excellent use of the Spider Swing, and the Spidey Swing has been just like determining the outcome of these matchups so heavily. Now, down to that Anchor Stars Jill. This character is pretty good with X Factor. She's fast, she's high damage, she could chip, she has just like all kinds of good tools for being an X Factor character. Renard being evasive, not getting too involved while he doesn't need to. Letting X Factor get down to the last quarter of time, then Xeno getting pushed away by that immaculate use of the Wolverine lore assist. It just zooms for so long, and the grenades end up getting the triple hit. This is going to be the end of Stars Jill, however, as long as Renard finishes this combo. And the Spider Gwenum does not get the connection. It decides to go for a reset instead. It looks like Xeno gets those Spider Gwenums, but it looks like Renard getting back on the board by using the Spider Gwen, Jean, Wolverine, Laura. Was spouting some propaganda if he says that, Voltaic. I did not know that claims have been made, but Stars Jill does not suck. That is an amazing character. Looks like there's going to be the same matchup. Xeno happy to mirror match the previous times, but now that Renard takes a win, using that team, feels already comfortable, Shinakuma already comfortable with the Stars Jill, and has the Spidey swings that have been so effective in neutral with the Spider-Gwen, and this time gets the hit. This is the first time his Shinakuma has been able to get any progress on Spider-Gwen, and it's all the progress in the world, killing her leaderless, and getting the hit on Wolverine Laura as well. Everything working out here for Xeno. Let's see if Jean Grey is going to get a chance to get started, because she has some tools to interact with Shinakuma, but she needs to be pretty cautious about what she's doing to deal with this incredibly scary character. Ooh, and the Shoryu comes out, and the cross-up Tatsu. This is going to be the end of Jean Grey, and the end of Wolverine Laura as well, because 3 meters... Sorry, Laura, you don't get to live, and with that, Xeno takes it 1 over Renard, sending Renard to the Learner's Bracket. Congratulations to Xeno for making it into Winners Finals, and good luck to Renard in making it through those scary shark-infested waters of the Learner's Bracket. Oh my gosh, Vita says that we're down to just 13 codes left on the Matcherino. That means that one of our lucky viewers, or actually 13 of our lucky viewers, are able to contribute to the pot 25 cents without investing any of their own money. That is amazing, Fetus. Thank you for presenting this excellent opportunity to the community. Getting mixed up here. Let's see if Renard has the tools that are necessary to this new character in Dobalicious' artist. My gosh, getting into the game with some guns on point here against the Strider. The Spider Sting assist. It's hit in the corner. Let's see if Dobalicious has the confirms. Now that one of the differences from Strider 2099 and base Strider is able to slide into S, and because of that has much more easy confirms off of OTG solutions, and very nice use with the Psy Blade by Dobalicious. Going to get the hit on Star's Jill, but no kill available. Oh, the DHC just ends up assuming that things will work, and that's caught by the Strider 2099 assist. We haven't actually seen of the Strider assist. That's the one we haven't seen because Best Xbox One has used both of the other ones. That one has not shown up. Let's see if Strider is going to be able to get any more work done with the minuscule amount of life he has remaining. Ends up dry tagging out and gets out safely. Ryu gets caught by Jean, and now Renard gets to do satisfying confirms with the jump loops with Jean. The bounce gets the cross up, but ends up getting a slight unfortunate stuff for her. It's going to be getting hit and Jean getting beamed yet again, but not enough to kill her, and not killing this character is scary. Let's see. Ends up X-Factoring. It's the confirm on Evil Ryu and is getting health back for Jean. Has the immediate potential mix-up. Oh my gosh, Shattercoin has gifted a sub to Carlito NSP. Thank you for supporting the community, Shattercoin. And I hope you're hyped for some modded Marvel. My gosh, Psylocke with that long reach, but wasn't able to get the confirm off of it. And Renard does get the confirm with his Spider-Gwen, has tons of meter available. Will he go into Gwenom mode? The Gwenom has been activated, and that means that along with being faster and stronger, he could block during the zip. He has a new super. Strider needs to watch out on incoming here. And gets clipped in the legs. Renard going up that game and taking it over Dobalicious. How will Dobalicious adapt? Are they going to continue with the Strider 2099? Looks like they want to stay on the character, because we've seen them using other characters today, and Side Thrust Assist comes out but is just snapped by Spider-Gwen. It is the end of that character for Strider 2099, and with just a little bit of meter going to take two, I think. You need to invest the two. Don't do it, Renard. Oh my gosh, Shattercoin doing more gifted subscriptions, this time to Deep Little Monix? Thank you, Shattercoin. That is pretty hype. Oh, and again, Psylocke's getting hit. Like, Renard is getting these hits in weakening characters at very low health in risky situations. Dobalicious, as long as the character is alive, there is a chance for them to do something scary. And the wall cling, it looked like Renard went back but didn't quite get the correct way of dealing with it. And because of this, their Stars Jill took a lot of damage but did not die. Now in a pretty advantaged position, it has a bunch of meter, has the opportunity, doesn't even tag in Jean, just feels like can get it done with the Stars Jill on her own, but very nice use by Dobalicious of the jumping back heavy with Strider. The buttons are very solid for this character. People forget the ninja has a sword just because he's a short man. He is a terrifyingly powerful short man, and crossed up with the super. Looks like there's some backwards hitboxes on that one. Can't swing at it from behind, and the recovery is amazing. So it looks like Jean ends up dying there, and X Factor available for both players. And oh my gosh, Renard gets the kill. Is Dobalicious going to survive the incoming? Gets hit after X Factoring, but is alive. Both of them are in scary situations. The opponent is so fast, so high damage, and this should be the end of Evil Ryu. Renard getting the hit, goes into the level 3 and decides to finish it off with another Gwenoming. And now, it's like the Gwenom's been coming out tonight. Zito's been bringing out the Gwenom, Renard's been bringing out the Gwenom. What's going on with the symbiotes this evening? Oh my gosh. That was a cool double jump setup with Dobalicious at the start of the game, but didn't quite get the confirm off of it. In a lot of those situations with Dobby where it looks like Strider is getting some cool things started, but just not quite getting the confirms they need. Going to be the confirm that's needed though. Going into the slide extension in order to relaunch. but not ready for the spider sting, and the happy birthday is available. X Factor here from Renard invests the meter, kills off one character, kills off two characters, and now it is all up to Psylocke. But Dobblelicious has plenty of experience with her, but can't get experience to survive an incendiary grenade. You can't get lucky to survive an incendiary grenade though, and with that, has the opportunity to play more. Ends up going for the air butterflies. Doesn't end up getting punished for it. It's very hard to punish that move even when she's not an X Factor, and in X Factor that is just incredibly rough. And now Dobblelicious doing those X Factor only confirms just to be able to side flash. Oh no! Everything went even more wrong for Dobblelicious in such a short period of time, and with that, it is looking like if Renard finishes this combo, this has the potential to be end of... Oh no! Psylocke gets another chance to play. And amazing stuff here. Neither of them are dead. And just like waiting out this ninjutsu time. The ninjutsu connects, but not into anything substantial. Both of them getting stray hit after stray hit. Using the shockwave in order to get in Spider-Gwen safely. Now this is going to be the end of Psylocke. Renard taking it over Dobblelicious 3-0 in the learner's side of the bracket. And does that mean that we are going to go on to our other side of learners, where we are going to see the best Xbox One versus Nick Bad this evening? There is the potential if he ends up doing the mirror stuff against me or something else. But it looks like for this time, Nick Bad just using different characters on point all evening. The Gambit this time. What do you think about the Gambit here? Do you think it's to deal with Ken's ability to just like Tatsu in so blatantly aggressively, because he has air buttons that'll stop the Tatsu, he has the stand S to stop the Tatsu, and a lot of characters just need to kind of respect Tatsu happening, so maybe it's a good counter pick, but not if you swing and you whiff and get caught anyways by the button after Tatsu. This is going to be Gambit losing a chunk of life, but not all of it. This combo will not kill. Would you go for trap mix-up, or what's the Venom thing here?
Oh, he's just going for the cross-up overhead.
Without the trap, goes for the Venom thing, confirms into super. It's not going to kill, but does a big chunk of damage to her. The super is invulnerable, and
from behind.
Yes, this invulnerable hits from behind, and I believe is it's something. But Sakura is being reworked among other characters. Cali Kings is exploring new options for so many of his characters right now. There is hype coming for Captain Commando, there's hype coming for Venom, and Best Xbox One showing that even before Venom gets Zip or any of these other tools, still an amazing character. And now it's down to Nick Bad's Commando, but Nick Bad's Commando can do this. We've seen it before, that this character is quite strong in Nick Bad's hands, especially when he gets a good read with the Captain Fire.
Okay.
Caught at the bottom, sometimes that's how it goes. And Tatsu's to the other side. Best Xbox, are you investing X Factor?
And level 3.
Or drop combo?
Goes for the extension, that does not work out.
Oh dang. Nick Bad has used all of their X Factor time, but gets hit on their own incoming mix-up. This is looking still possible. Let's see if he gets the catch, or if this is going to be the end of the Captain Fire's thrower. Looks like the Strider 2099 is able to OT after that. So very nice to be aware of that. Get a full combo off of that as a poke. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. I do think Gambit probably has a good chance against Ken.
Yeah, I like how his tools are likely to interact at mid-range. Best Xbox One, even with those challenges of getting around Gambit's big buttons, has just been applying such relentless pressure and has been getting good stuff, getting the Tatsus when they're important, getting them to cross when it's useful, just getting in with footsies and pressing that crouching medium when it's right. But now, and losing half his life, both of them are getting opportunities to play their characters again. Quite useful. And the anti-air card snipe, this is going to do a lot of chip damage. Oh, and waited for the dry tag. No, the Nick Bad doing the Dobblicious and going for the down TAC and having it break. Unfortunate that Gambit is not resourced in this build of him to have a functional down TAC. Oh, and the triple hyper is going to... Oh, she's above it. It catches Captain Commando, takes him down to half health. Now, Sakura is bleeding as well. This is not going to catch her. Is the DHC available? Ends up just getting another mix. Best Xbox One has been winning neutral the most often, so I guess he just feels relatively confident in getting the mix afterwards.
Okay. Isn't not in a rush to play aggressively, even though Captain Commando's healing up. It won't be much.
Oh no, it won't be enough to keep him alive at this point. This is looking like a combo that should be able to kill. Gets the bounce, gets the second barrel into web, and I think just follows up with the Venom Super. Oh no, does not get the opportunity to do that. I think maybe even went for the triple hyper combo, and that's why we saw a Strider come out. Trying to make sure that if he had his input crossed up by how Venom Web can behave funkily, that he could still get it. And very nice cross under by Nick Bad, getting that hit. Who has 2 meters, should be able to just kill here with the DHC, I think. Oh, left it a pixel. And that looked almost like it might be punishable on hit, but even worse than that is the happy birthday does not get any follow-up there, and it's with the backside of focus attack again. We've seen a lot of backsides of focus attack being effective.
Yeah, and Venom finally gets to feel what it's like to get crumpled.
Sakura, a very balancing force in the world, showing Venom exactly what he feels like, and gets the cross-up of her own with Tatsu, both of them using that as a belligerent poke when otherwise stuck in the air. And we know that Best Xbox One is someone willing to use triple hypers when they're useful. Let's see if the assist summon is not in time to punish the Captain Commando. Just gets some chip on Sakura, but then gets the happy birthday. Does serious damage to Commando, and you can't DHC this, but you can block in time because the super is invulnerable and that's safe. And
no.
Beam comes out, decides to just use the meter for the punish. It was the most consistent thing that they could find. Has the knockdown in the corner now. Doesn't choose to invest X Factor early. I think they're resetting neutral. How do you feel about going back to full screen as Ken versus Gambit?
Yeah, at this point, Ken doesn't have much red life. There's not much to lose. And was rewarded.
Captain Commando coming in and gets the hit on Ken. Strider is going to need to deal with both of these people. Have X Factor 3. Looks like Best Xbox One activating orbs, gets the hit. This is something that could totally lead into a kill. What does he do to confirm it? Goes into this first super.
Follow-up S.
Goes into...
It's a super?
Oh no, didn't
No.
get another S afterwards. Just stalked, but gets the throw. With that, Best Xbox One goes up through over Nick Bad.
Great
the
showing.
set and maintaining their place in the bracket. I'm going to have to hop off in order to play my match.
Isocera versus Xeno. Xeno is willing to mirror match in this case. And gets a first hit, but no conversion. Follows up with another opening. And drops the combo. Let's see if Isocera could show Xeno how it's done. Weird side switch situation there. Again. And almost gets it this time. Oh, okay. Did not invest the X Factor to follow up, but even better, gets the kill on the reset. Oh, that's combos out of 100 hands. Very nice. Yeah, this is very neat trick that Isisera does. She's so good with her assist usage in general. She calls Captain Marvel when she's far away, then dashes in to go for the exchange. And if you just don't block and take it, the beam will usually just scoop you up and she could combo off of a trade. And the last hope is on Captain Marvel. Oh, Blitz Blow on Happy Birthday. Almost. And first game to Isisera. Let's see if Xeno continues. Okay. No, another drop. And here we go. Legacy trigger loops, they drop. Decent damage for dropping Happy Birthday, Ashura. Oh no. Used X Factor and dropped. Let's see, we got more Legacy trigger loops. And no meter required to finish it off. Let's see. Okay, that was a good counter hyper. Uses the bar to follow it up. And OTG X Factor. Finish it off with Berserker Slash loops and this is looking tough. Just like a bulldog, Laura just keeps going in. Gets clipped. Oh. And going up 2-0. Let's see if Xeno sticks with his guns on this one, or will it be back to character select? Alright, there was a lot of damage scaling from that starting the combo with the Laura assist, so let's see how it goes. It's a drop. Okay, this should finish it. The safe combo, but going for more extenders. Very nice. Albeit unnecessary, the meter's so high on both sides. And getting just like any hits into the DHC state change, Isisera is at advantage. You just have to like defend at that point. Oh really? Not enough. And there it is, 3-0. Xeno getting knocked into losers. That was the winners final though, so Xeno has still a clear path to winning the whole thing. And I am hopping off to play my match against.
Sorry, my internet is not instantaneous. And yes, best Xbox One and Renard had a close 3-2 match in Renard's favor last week. Let's see if Renard is ready to make that happen again, or if best Xbox One has made the adjustments in order to take on the fear of this Spider-Gwen, Jean Grey, and Wolverine Laura. Strider 2099 has already taken some hits there, and the in-the-face S-Whiffed, but fortunately for best Xbox One, not punished. But not respecting the fact that Spider-Gwen has a disruptor that she could confirm from into a dead character that hits it at like 30-degree angles. Sorry for not respecting the power of this character. your Ken is done. And with that. Oh yes, Fetus has noted that the names are jamming bombed. And I know with all of the mirror matches going on, it can be extra challenging for figuring it out. But looks like Renard here gets another opportunity to play Spider-Gwen, but the symbiote's coming in against her. Is this going to be some canonical thing? I don't actually know. Do the folks in the chat know if Spider-Gwen has interacted with main universe Venom, or if she's only interacted with her own universe's Venom? Oh my gosh. Looks like the orbs come out, but they don't last super long. Time for Wolverine to get in there, and Wolverine Laura activates. And she is so fast, she gets the mix but not the confirm, and another opportunity to get the mix again. This is just like Renard swinging, and now it's all up to best Xbox One's Venom. And for those who do not know, Jean Grey's assist there is incredibly scary because it's a soft knockdown. You will fall all the way to the ground when she does that, and you do not want to fall all the way to the ground and die. And very nice work to Renard, having the shockwave where it wouldn't do quite enough damage, but was close enough to the corner that he could still DHC into Spider-Gwen. Great work. My gosh, let's see, using that zip and managing to deal with some Strider. Gets the hit, but does not get the confirm. Looks like best Xbox One willing to play at the other side of the screen, does not want to get into scrambly situations with Spider-Gwen. She has such fast buttons, and multiple crouch lights whipped there by Renard, but best Xbox One only needs one hit, and this hit is going to confirm into a dead Spider-Gwen. Uses 1 meter, and that's all that's going to be necessary. No need to DHC Venom. Keep the Ken in and go for this next mix. And Jean Grey there gets the fall down, hit a button, and oh my gosh, the S is whiffed again for best Xbox One. Seems like there's been a lot of challenges in getting that to quite work this evening. This is going to be the opportunity to kill Jean Grey. Has meter on deck, invests immediately into level 1, will DHC on this hit into the Venom, and Venom executes Jean Grey. It's all up to anchor Wolverine Laura, and this character as an anchor is incredibly fast. This character as an anchor is that fast. Did you see her move, chat? Did any of you see her move to the other side of the screen, or was she just there? Because Berserker Slash is quick, but best Xbox One containing the chaos gets the hit on Laura and is going out. It's enough to just kill her. Doesn't X Factor beforehand, and because of that, I think that she barely lives. And now she's getting her life back. This is going to be a tough comeback for Renard. So as you may notice, Legacy Trigger activated for Wolverine Laura. Oh no, Venom has a different hurt box interaction on hit than every other character in the game. Wolverine Laura's combo does not work regularly on him. You need to do a different timing that is Venom specific, that is different from every other character to do that same combo. Oh my gosh, the Shoryu plus Vajra, it's so scary. It catches the Spider-Gwen, and this is going to be the knockdown. Ends up going for the TAC, and that's enough hits that he gets to continue on with this. Best Xbox One, not getting like clean kills off of one hit, but definitely winning in enough scrambles and setting up good situations, doing good things from mid-range in order to force interactions, but only forcing interactions that seem relatively favorable. Happy to put projectiles on screen when needed, but Renard showing that if you give him space, he also has projectiles that could be used and gets the confirm from full screen on the hard knockdown. that is some stuff. Getting in there with the Jean Grey. Best Xbox One is still in a very solid position. Looks like some of these extra shots are coming in pretty effectively. And gets the catch on Venom and the bring down from super jump height. Doesn't quite get the confirm, and then the 6H is too much. Jean Grey cannot survive. Down to Anchor Laura again. Last time Best Xbox contained the chaos. Let's see if he's able to do so again. This time, Renard not activating X Factor yet. Let's see what choice he does for trying to poke with it. Very nice work with the Venom Fang into the Hadouken. He's going to be able to get the knockdown into some more nonsense. Is Renard doing anything? Whether he was or not, he X-Factored, is safe now. And oh my gosh, this is scary. And Best Xbox One gets the hit. Has just been a fraction of a second ahead every one of these exchanges against Renard. Knows when he's about to press a button and is ready just a little bit before. It's Xbox One doing work. And this time it looks like he's carrying that momentum in. Earlier in the set he was playing pretty scared against Spider-Gwen. And very nice work with the roll forward into the Wolverine Laura assist. Was able to reclaim a lot of screen space. Best Xbox One has started being very cautious about being on the ground at full screen against Spider-Gwen, just because she actually has folks that hit there. And Renard does not get the confirm this time, and is going to get the opportunity, but THC comes in, kills off Spider-Gwen, does massive damage to Jean Grey, is going to take her down to just a quarter life. Best Xbox One has been making such good use of that, but the capability of making the Shoryu safe there is a little bit spacing dependent. He didn't space it in a way to get as safe as he wanted, and because of that, Best Xbox One is going to lose there. Ken, well, no, didn't get that, but has the opportunity to punish Venom. Venom does not get punished, and now it is up to Best Xbox One to get another one of these confirms and kill off Laura before she becomes a problem. But Best Xbox One has been very liberal, or very conservative with X-Factor usage, very willing to let characters live in situations, but this time using all of the meter instead of X-Factor. And this is scary. But Jean Grey in X-Factor, not as terrifying as Dark Phoenix, but she is just a fundamentally sound character. And the fundamentally sound character gets the crouch light. Please activate X-Factor, Renard. Does not get it. Gets the instant overhead with jump medium, which is terrifying, but Best Xbox One is going to Renard, eliminating him from the bracket in this palette swap number 25. Moving on to fight Xeno in the learners finals of this tournament. Will Xeno continue with the power of mirror matching?
You need Ken's weakest assist in order to have access to that team hyper combo.
Xeno, on the other hand, not running the weakest assist, instead running Shoryu assist for the Ken. Even though I think the names are flipped just because of his choices, but I don't actually know if that's true. Maybe
is Shoryu Alpha?
Yeah, Shoryu is Alpha. And Best Xbox One does not play the Shoryu, but Xeno gets the crouch medium, and this is going to be the end of Best Xbox One's Ken. Xeno showing that, I think that in the head-to-head of the first character, Xeno showing that he's better with everyone's characters. At one point, he beat me with the Sura the first game. He was just doing well against everyone with their own things. Gosh, throwing those Hadouken.
Xeno has great, just like, game sense. He just gets into the zone and he can just open up opponents like very quickly.
And knowing when to rush in, but was saved there. Let's see. Interesting pokes. 6H doesn't confirm, but this is going to be the THC catches Strider. But oh no, Xeno doesn't realize that his Shoryu or his quarter circle forward super is not going to be the beam. It's going to be the double Shoryu.
That was the team hyper.
I'm not sure if it was the team hyper or quarter circle forward. Either one, he would have gotten that option though. And that did not work for Xeno, but Best Xbox One here, getting the confirm. Venom, however, is a very healthy character. I believe, or I know that in the update of him, he has 1.2 million. I'm not sure if he already has 1.2 million here. If anyone can confirm what Venom's current health is, I know it is a lot. But looks like Venom here putting out the trap. It's very nice to have trap available, and Best Xbox One, even though Xeno got the initial momentum, Best Xbox One has just been so good at taking situations that are scary and controlling the chaos. Gets to get going, oh my gosh, but Xeno making sure that Strider 2099 assist doesn't get summoned safely. Because of that, Venom is going to die, and then incoming mix-up against 2099 manages to get over the top of the Bird Bomb. That was very fortunate for Best Xbox One, but then Xeno's not quite familiar with the range of the normals, doesn't get the string, and Best Xbox One cleans it up, taking the first game over Xeno. The Pickle Venom install, we are lucky that we do not have the Venom with the Trish Bones anymore, because that was one of the most unfortunate ways, or next to Gambit Modok, that Bones could go wrong. But looks like Xeno again, the Ken is just doing work, but does not finish his plate and does not get the punish on the dry tag, while Best Xbox One, oh my gosh, are we getting a raid from iHeartJustice of 160 who got him in at an excellent time? It is the Learners Finals of the palette swap bracket, and right now it is Xeno against Best Xbox One. Xeno has been playing mirrors of the opponent's teams all night long, and now has come against Best Xbox One, but Best Xbox One is very ready to take on his own team, has been doing work. Xeno going for the THC, but does not have the assist to enable it to work how Best Xbox One does. And now Pixel Ken is going to die. It's all up to Venom. I don't really feel that as an X Factor character, Venom is particularly amazing, but let's see what Xeno's able to do with it. Off of this confirm, Best Xbox One has 2 meters, goes for the TAC, is now in the corner. Xeno still has plenty of X Factor time. He's going to avoid the Strider, but let's see if he gets the opportunity to get any of his offense actually going, or Best Xbox One is just going to play this safe with his own Venom, avoid any of things. He's getting chipped during this X Factor time, losing a decent amount of life, but he's okay to take a little bit of loss in order to get rid of the rest of that X Factor, because now Xeno's going to need at least 2 very clean hits, and this is going to be pretty rough without assists to inflate Venom's damage. Does Best Xbox One just level 3? Or triple hyper? That works just fine too. Going that does not work just fine too. It was juggled in an unfortunate way by the Legion animals. Even when Legion is better, it still messes things up. It doesn't matter how much you improve that move, it will just cause sadness within its users at some percent of the time. And with that, Best Xbox One goes up 2-0 against Xeno in the mirror match.
And Xeno has been pretty stubborn about sticking to the mirror match, and it's been working out so far. And once again, Xeno gets the opening hit. He's so good at the beginning of the round.
True. And his Ken has gotten very close to being successful, but then just like not quite getting it, and now Best Xbox One, how many resources is he going to invest? Go straight into level 1. I don't think he gets the kill here with this DHC, because he does not have a 3rd meter available, meaning that Ken is alive. Will he get the opportunity to mix? Gets the opportunity to mix, but doesn't get the OTG afterwards. This is looking much better for Best Xbox One. Just needs a little bit more chip and kills off Ken. And is getting some serious hits on Strider 2099, but is too aggressive and gets caught by this stage. Has played Heath so many times that it's in his heart to do something scary with Venom. Is he going to channel his inner Heath? Oh, it looks like instead he's going to get hit in the Venom mirror and need to get hit by Venom Web, but I don't think Best Xbox One has a confirmed that kills here. And because of that, he gets another chance to play. Goes for the level 3. And goes for the level 3 as a frame trap into standing light. You don't know those next level mix-ups, the level 3 frame trap. Xeno is just like 10 steps ahead. He's playing that 17-dimensional chess. Oh, and Lythero coming through with the subscription with the Iron Man face. You could do some fucking infinites in this, and if you want to see some brand new fucking infinites, there are so many new characters in the palette swap world to do them with. And that was the knockdown for Xeno, but doesn't get the confirm, and now it's all up to his Strider 2099. Can he take this game and try to start that reverse 3-0 comeback? Or is this just going to be best Xbox One, taking momentum and taking the game? Great X Factor by Xeno, getting things set up, but does not have the confirms on deck for Strider 2099. Gets the hit on Shibujin Raikyaku though. Let's see if he's going to be able to kill off best Xbox One Strider. Oh, X Factor gets used, and this is totally possible for either of them now. There's a meter advantage for Xeno, but his X Factor is about to run out. He should still be able to just kill with a Ragnarok if he gets the hit. So this is looking very possible for either player. Best Xbox One investing a meter, and
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok hits. Oh, he went for something a little cheeky there. Let's see, gets the hit, and now Xeno staying alive in this tournament by getting the hit with his Strider 2099 and has the time for Legion to connect. Does not, oh no! Best Xbox One, will he clutch it out with the Pixel Strider with 7 Marvel seconds left? Can he run this back? Get the hit pretty immediately, and that's the hit pretty immediately. Will he kill the Air Super? Marvel seconds, and Xeno lives through it with the Pixel more life. Calculated,
Amazing.
right? You know what?
Yes,
All part of Xeno's
it's
plan?
all part of Xeno's plan. Those,
Like, go ahead.
yeah, those level 1 orbs, great at opening up, makes it hard to continue the combo. And Xeno has really been stepping up his Venom play during this set.
This time, best Xbox One finally getting momentum with Ken. The previous game, Xeno's Ken had been doing a lot of work. Then it was mainly that best Xbox One's Venom and Strider was running it back. At this time, getting that pressure in the corner, has already built 3 meters, does not get the super he wanted, and Xeno gets the hit. And Captain Lizard, thank you for the follow. Because you followed, you have access to amazing Marvel. And oh no, the drop from best Xbox One. So many drops. Oh no, but Xeno gets the DHC with the Strider, is going to be able to go all the way through his team, but gets thrown for going for the Vajra. This is going to be the end of 2099 potentially. Do you think best Xbox One will invest in resources to kill this character?
Only if the resources are meter. I don't often see best Xbox chinging to finish off characters.
It's true. He seems very conscious of how he wants to use resources, saves a lot of things for that THC, is willing to chip out in a situation like that, and caught the Strider 2099 as well. It's all up to Anchor Venom. Will Xeno be able to do it with the anti-Venom, or is he going to be sent out of this tournament by best Xbox One? This is looking like an extra chance to play for Xeno here. Gets the throw, and gets the combo after throw. This is looking like the end of Venom at least. No, got an air normal the first frame of it into everything going wrong. Chips, or gets the hit with super. Okay, and strange super interaction, but gets the hit on Ken. This is going to be the end of Ken, and now it's Xeno has level 3 available, so even with a more simple Venom combo, has the potential to kill Strider 2099 here. Let's see if he's able to get it with... Does not... And now, with X Factor 3, Strider 2099 looking scary, activating orbs. Is going for the level 3, but that level 3 is not in Vuln. You get to hit him through it, and with that... Well, no, Xeno gets another chance to play. And if he gets a hit, he will build level 3 again. So even after that devastating loss, he is still in a possible position. And best Xbox One gets the hit. Does he have the confirm? He does, and with that, it is going to be...
No. And it's over.
With that, I'm gonna hop off of commentary to play against best Xbox One. Luck and have
Good
fun,
luck.
best Xbox One.
Sarah is waiting for best Xbox One and winners or in grand finals. Let's take a look at the bracket. Between ranged and aggression type character in the current palette swap meta. Asura opens. And will this be the kill? Should be. Isosera is going for the full combo. It's trying to get all the meter out of this one. And does not need to DHC. Gets Laura into Legacy Trigger just to make her more threatening when she does come in. Legacy Trigger Laura is just very powerful. It's a permanent install. And Venom fights back. It's gonna be hard to kill Ashura though. Ashura, I believe, is the highest health palette swap character with 4 health. And best Xbox One is probably gonna be content to zone. And DHC's into Laura's Berserker charge. She has a second install. And oh, is it enough? Even though she has a tiny body, Strider's 2099's Zoo does more damage in this version. Is more consistent against smaller characters. Ashura, with very little life, has nothing to lose, goes in swinging. And can we get more damage out of this? Just the level 1, so we're gonna have to fight it out. Oh no. Lost the X Factor combo and is getting punished for popping the X Factor. Best Xbox One's gonna want to drag this out as long as possible. And this is a really good setup for the THC. Into level 1, great. And gonna be recovering that precious red health. Even though Venom is not a great zoner, he's gonna have a really good chance to and does not manage to chip out. Asura, there we go. Great start for best Xbox One, getting his first win against Isosera. And that is the trusty opener for best Xbox One, Shoryuken and Vajra. Oh, Asura's just very threatening. Once the mobility is very, very bad, but once Asura's in there, his buttons are decent, and they lead into so much damage. There we go, nice combo out of the install. Now we have the good version of Laura to safely go back to the second slot. Laura's assist is very good. It's probably the closest assist to Akuma's compared to Akuma's Tatsu in the base game. It's very fast, it goes very far. It's almost can be treated almost like a beam. And yes, I really like this 3-bar that best Xbox One has. It's very good damage and gets to set up a little bit. And there we go, Wolverine Laura drops the combo. Is gonna have to X Factor to not get punished for that. Captain Marvel is probably not gonna get called. He's just trying to wait out the duration of X Factor. Oh, nice exchange off of the throw break. And goes into a simple combo. Finishes Zom off for 1 bar. Reaction X Factor to punish that string. Oh no, the drop is gonna have to go into install to not get punished for that. And level 1 orbs from Strider. These only last not that long, maybe 3 seconds if I'm not mistaken. Um, Captain Marvel, great all-rounder, not really scared of any matchup. And here we go, good start for best Xbox One, opting to reset and does not get the full happy birthday. Now, will Asura be able to dump good meter into this? This hand super does a lot of damage, and Carol's also does good damage. Oh, are we going into slash loops? Okay. Oh, those drop. Those are pretty tricky to do. Isocera's fairly consistent with them, and they can do a lot of damage. They're barely meter negative, and those will be patched out. And drops them again. The slash loops have really not been working out for Isocera this time around, which is strange because we've seen her do very well with the slash loops in previous brackets, in previous tournaments. And here comes the arm. Not enough meter to combo with an install. Probably trying to build a little bit more and gets it with taking some assist damage, although that was half health on Captain Marvel. It's quite dangerous. Strider 2099, excellent character. One of the newer palette swap characters, pretty similar to base game Strider. He does more damage and he is not as good at X Factor with the X Factor modifiers. There you go, with orbs, and alright, Strider just trying to take space. Oh, and manages to get a punish on Laura. Oh, trying to chip her out. This is gonna be tough. Timer is running low. Can you block? And with the DHC, that's gonna be plus. This is gonna be tough. Need to get a hit right now. Need to do the damage right now or else lose the round. And will it be enough? No. That was so close. That was an incredibly close match. So assists are trading on the opening, and best Xbox One. He's just so fast, playing so loose with Ken. He's just such a threat. You gotta watch out. It's pretty hard to punish those hands. You have a good hitbox, and if you can't throw a projectile into him, he recovers really fast. So Ken, a lot of great things about Ken, but his fireballs are a bit of a weak spot in his kit. Is that enough for Venom? I'm gonna chip. No, 2-bar DHC out. Asura lives to fight another day. Doing good damage on Captain Marvel again, but it hasn't helped before. Isocera is just so good at keeping her sis safe. And Weapon X goes for the DHC instead of the 1-bar follow-up. And great punch into assist. Can Asura finish it without meter? No, Sura's dropping the combo instead, but Bionic Arm wins the exchange of hypers. It's looking like it may be the last character if Isasura could close it out. And Slash, oops, no, drops him yet again. There it is. We have our palette swap, number 25, champion, Isasura, playing Asura, Flora, and Captain Marvel the whole way through. Good job to Best Xbox One, getting second place yet again. Very consistent player.
Good games to Best Xbox One. That was an intense set.